This shocking footage claims to show catatonic drug users lying prone on the streets of Manchester, just as a new super-strong strain of spice has hit the UK. The video recorded by a Manchester Evening News photographer captured how drugs are blighting the city's streets. Believed to be laced with heroin, the new variety dubbed Annihilation is leaving people in a prone state, just yards from Christmas shoppers. It's understood samples of the drug have been sent for laboratory testing by police. The clip shows bodies huddled together outside Boots, men lying face down on the pavement, seemingly oblivious to passers-by and the freezing cold temperatures. In the most shocking scene, two men, one each side of the road, can be seen. One is fitting and the other is unconscious. A nearby restaurant owner called the police after coming across the worrying sight. Spice, stronger than cannabis and skunk, can induce an intense hallucinatory trip. It can also leave users comatose and requiring urgent medical treatment. Julie Boyle, support worker for homeless youth charity LifeShare, said, "We've noticed there appears to be a new strain of spice being smoked in the city center and it's been rumored that it contains heroin. We are seeing people collapsed, rigid. We had people who were catatonic earlier this year but it seems to be coming back again, people can't talk, can't move. I'm massively concerned, and this is just my clients, not to mention all the other people out on the streets. It's awful." She says work is needed to find out why people feel the need to be so far away from their own realities. What is going on in the background? How have they ended up in a state of mind where they don't want to be aware of what's going on? She adds. Louise, 40, who has been homeless for 5 months, said users were again calling spice Annihilation. This was a name coined years ago when it was still classed as a legal high. She added, "It's bad at the moment, people are standing in the middle of the street, talking to themselves, it's like they can't move." Another rough sleeper told us, "Annihilation is back but it's 5 times stronger." Meanwhile, Hendrix Lancaster of Charity Coffee for Craig says he sees every day the impact spice is having on all walks of society. He added, "One gentleman who was just a drinker, no narcotics, picked up a cigarette butt from the floor thinking it was a roll-up. He smoked it and now he's living in a care home, in a vegetative state. He can't speak, he can't feed himself. He's lucky he's got a supportive girlfriend." He says different strains of spice are changing how people react. He added, "It changes on a weekly basis depending on the chemical components. It's a huge problem and it's not only the homeless population. It's a huge problem to every single sector of the population. It's just more noticeable on the streets because they have nowhere to go to use it. It's being used by 13 and 14-year-olds at school, by people in hostels, and when it's stronger it puts more people at risk." The MEN has contacted Mayor Andy Burnham's office and Greater Manchester Police for comment. A Manchester City Council spokesman said, "Spice use is a complex and challenging issue but we are working determinedly with Greater Manchester Police and health and voluntary sector colleagues to tackle it. We have supported the police who have taken strong action to tackle dealers and we have backed work to develop better outreach services for current and potential users. We have also worked with health partners and other professionals to keep improving the information available to them about to treat and help people with spice-related problems. But while there are vulnerable people with substance misuse issues and evil dealers willing to prey on them to take their money, it is going to be very difficult. That is why our collective focus is on reducing the number of vulnerable people on the streets, both through prevention and through providing accommodation and support to help rough sleepers to move their lives forwards."